Good evening everyone. The 11th of May today. Weather's been quite reasonable today. We've had on and off showers, sunshine, a fair bit of wind. We've had a little bit of everything. But at least it's mild through the night now, and plants are all growing well inside the tunnels and in the greenhouses. It's 3 weeks since I've done a post. I actually come to do one this morning, but my storage was full. It cut off halfway through, so I've had to start again tonight. Never mind, what I'm going to do is, it's just going to be a quick one tonight. Show you around, just show you what's going on, what we're doing. Everything's shaping up quite nicely. On Facebook there's some fabulous leeks around, a lot bigger than what I've got, but there is a lot of nice stuff. I wish everybody the best of luck, and hopefully the shows will be ram-packed with gear this year. It'll be lovely to see. But I'm going to switch the cameras around. We'll just take a little short look. Right, we'll start off with the tomatoes. I had tomatoes in here last year in the same containers. I'll be honest, I've been lazy this year. I've even used the same compost that they were in last year, and they were maisie that I grew. Maisie is difficult to get hold of, it's difficult to germinate, so I've actually kept my own seed out of this, out of the ones that I won with last year. They were superb fruit. I've kept the seed. I know the hybrids, but we'll give them a shot, and at least we'll all learn something from that. So they're coming away quite nicely. The trusses are starting to show there, and the plants, I can see they've got a hold. I did revitalise the compost with some Terra Plus, so they're looking quite nice. These plants were potted in from a 3 litre pot up into those. These were, they were in a 1 litre. These were in a 3 litre, the bigger ones. I only did 2 in 3 litres, and they did come away well. But they're no better plants. They've got no more trusses on than the shorter ones. So take your pick what you want to do. Right, moving along. Stock plants at the back, which should all produce seed heads. These are Cumbrian. This is a brand new leek. Excellent quality, superb pot leek. It was from a Blanche leek, mind. You can see very straight to this day. It was a big leek, 16.5 inches around. Just the perfect length, and it had tremendous foliage on it. Its partner in there is just behind it, slightly different, a little bit shorter, and slight taper on it. Disappointed with the Blanche leeks. These are the seedlings that I grew last year. They're not looking the best at the present moment. I hope they do come away. I'm looking for decent centres coming out of them, which at the moment they're not really doing. The king pods off the last year's pot leeks are all doing well, and on the Blanche leeks. And then if we look further along, we see the foxgloves, borage. This is all for the bees. My beehives will be arriving in about 2 or 3 weeks time, and obviously that's what I'm looking for. So moving over here, these are all stock plants all the way along, all looking good. These are nice. This is the new Cumbrian which I bred. It was a seedling from the GSN, identical to the parent, beautiful quality, but very soft in the foliage. As you can see, you couldn't do that with the GSN. These are very soft. I've potted them up in the 15 litre pots. These are the spare ones that I had, and they're looking good. There's a lovely twist on them there. They're looking quite nice. Right, we'll move around and take a look at the onions. This is all the onion stock, and as you can see, a few heads just starting to pop up here. There we are. And as we get further along, we can see there are more heads starting to pop up there all the way along. So I'm going to end it with some nice onions. They've grown on tremendous, these, from the last time we were here. And as you can see, they were fairly small plants, but they've all been skinned down and they're coming away very nicely. No leek heads as yet, but I would certainly expect to see signs of the leek stock showing heads in the next week or two. In the next tunnel, these are the onions. These were the ones that were planted from small pots, and they were actually starved in the pots. They didn't look too good, but they've come away very nicely. All the new growth's coming through. They've coloured up now. They're a nice colour. Homemade rings on the top. This is just hep pipe, 15mm, with a little brass coupling on there just to hold them together. I have kept one just to show you how to do it, but I haven't brought my holster down to put the camera in, so unfortunately I'll have to show you the next time. So the onions are all jumping away nicely. On this side, intermediate leeks and blanch leeks, they're all looking quite decent. Quite happy with them. They're all shaping up nice. I haven't cleaned them down yet. I haven't had a look to see how the length are, but it'll not be long, and they're actually filling that now, so I would think another week on those and I'll possibly have to lift the collars up. Moving next door. Right, these are the Betty Black. Not looking too bad. I would say they're about 7.5 inches around. Shaping up quite nicely. Disappointed in a couple of the blues. I think I'll replace these. It's not looking so good, and that one's got a malformed centre. The next one's okay. And then we move on to DN2. These are looking good. All the way along, they're looking kind of reasonable. Some nice ones just sat here. Shaping up very nice. These are, I would think, certainly 9 inches. They're looking nice. Turning around onto the next trench. This is the seedling I was telling you about from the GSN. I've just named it the New Cumbrian because it resembles a Cumbrian very much, as does the GSN. The next bed are Cumbrian, and there's very little difference between them. But these are looking very good. Lovely and clean now. The bottom foliage is coming off where the thrip had damaged. There is still maybe one flag to come off where the thrip had damaged. But as you can see, they're shaping up very nice. Beautiful twist in the centre. They've got a hold now. Sizes, I would think, range from 7.5 inches up to about maybe 9 inches. Looking quite nice. 1 or 2 hanging baskets up a height. I do a few different coloured baskets. As you can see, they're shaping up quite nicely. The trouble is they hang up above the trenches, as you can see here, and they do block the light off, so I try not to have them in here too long. I don't want the leeks in the shade too long. As we come along, we switch to GSN, much darker in foliage, but already they're starting to show signs of splitting. So we'll just have to wait and see how they end up. Moving next door. These are virus-free Cumbrian. The small ones are on this end, and the small ones are on about 6.5 inches now. So they are shaping up nice. You can see they have a hold. These actually, I had collars on this lot, and they've split their buttons and dropped back down, so they're still a little bit on the short side. Hopefully they'll make length as we get on. Moving along the row, we move up to some bigger stuff at this end. I don't know if you can see the sun's. I'm going to go from the other end where the sun's behind us. That's probably a bit better. The first few at this end, these are off the laboratory, so these were taken from Murray stem cutting, and there's some big ones in here. There's leeks in here, certainly 9 inches and above. Maybe it's too big, I don't know, but I have smaller ones at the far end. We then move on to my own grass, and they're looking quite nice. Now the DN1s, they all went very long, and I've been to other people's gardens, and Dennis, who bred the leek, his are very short. 1 or 2 of my other friends have got them, and theirs are short. Mine were crammed in on the greenhouse benches, and they all went too long. So I'll show you what I've actually done, and show you what I'm going to do in a day or two's time. We go in, you can see I've split all these 4 flags away. There's one there which I've split. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I've split through 7 flags, but the button's gone right down to virtually nothing there. Now at the moment they look a little bit sad, as you can see, but give them a couple of weeks to pick up and these will be okay, as you'll see as we go. So it was just to let you see how we've actually destroyed these virtually. You can see exactly what I've done here. There's the one you can maybe see better again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 or 8 I've split on that, but already that plant's starting to stand up for itself again with a nice short button. So I'm not too disturbed about this. It doesn't look good when you first do it, but I've done it many times in the past and these plants will recover fully. There's a one which is actually starting to reproduce a small button, but it's only about 2 inches long. So we'll see how this goes. This was a superb seedling and I am looking forward to seeing how it ends up. Now I'll probably come in here over the next day or two and remove some of this bottom foliage. I've just cut it off. At the moment I've left it because it is still photosynthesizing. But we'll take a look at those in a day or two and see how they're going to come along. So that's basically it. The top greenhouses I have got tomatoes in. I've just put cucumbers in, got the peppers and everything in. So as they get a hold, we'll move up and we'll take a look and we'll see how they go on. I'll tell you exactly what I've put into the pots and everything. So that's it for the present moment. Nice to speak to everybody. We'll be back in about a fortnight. Cheers now, bye bye.